Hi, I'm Heather Manning, owner of Barky Bee Coffee, and welcome to the second installment of Buzz Brew Methods. If you remember from our first installment, we talked about Turkish coffee, and Turkish coffee is complicated and requires a very fine powdery grind, but makes delicious coffee. Tonight, we're going to talk about a simpler method, the French press. And the French press doesn't require nearly as many apparatuses and items, and it takes a much coarser grind. So we're going from the very fine side of the grind all the way over to the most coarse grind that you can do. So an interesting story about the French press. There is some debate between the French and the Italians as to why it is called a French press. But the story is that an old Frenchman was camping and was boiling his water to make coffee and forgot to put in his coffee. And by the time he realized it, it was incredibly late in the process. And so an Italian salesman happened to be coming by selling metal screens. He bought one off the Italian salesman, used the screen to filter out the coffee grinds, and was surprised to find that it made the best cup of coffee that he ever had. So the French claim that they created it. The Italians claim that they could not have created it without the help of the Italians. So we settle on the French press, but it could be the Italian press as well. So to start with, you need a French press. Mine is glass, very simple, very inexpensive. It's the glass container plus the plunger. You need some way to boil water. Now I have a kettle that has all its fancy little buttons that tell me what temperature to boil my French press water at, which is 200. But if you have your microwave or a pot on a stove, all of that works just as well. So you boil your water and you need your coffee, your Barking Bee fresh roasted coffee. This is our Ethiopian medium that we're making today. I've ground it very coarse for the French press. So to start, we're going to simply put our coffee grinds into our French press. You determine how much you need to make the pot of coffee that you want. This is, for me, I used 5.5 tablespoons, and it fills up just the very bottom of the French press. Now, I've already boiled my water, so I'm going to take it and I'm going to pour it in very slowly and fill it up to right about there. And now I'm going to put my plunger back. Now, this is the hard part of the French press. Now you have to wait 4 minutes.
One eternity later.
And welcome back. Our French press is now ready. So, the very important thing you want to remember about a French press when you are descending the plunger is to do it slowly. If you do it quickly, you're going to end up with coffee volcano, and nobody wants that. All right, so here we go. We're going to go very slowly, pushing all the grounds to the bottom. And boom, that's all there is to it. All you have to do then is pour up your cup and enjoy.